Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Weekly Wrap, only on KENS 5 Plus. I'm your host, Audrey Castoreno. We want to get you up to date on all of the biggest stories from this week. At number 5, in our countdown to kick us off, the 2 American astronauts stranded at the International Space Station for nearly 300 days are back home. On Tuesday, NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sunny Williams, along with 2 other crew members, boarded a SpaceX capsule and undocked from the space station. Their 17-hour flight back to Earth concluded with a splashdown in the Gulf in Houston. They were supposed to be there for 8 days, but their Boeing Starliner spacecraft developed problems and flew home without them. At number 4, Israel shattered the ceasefire with Gaza, launching the first major airstrike since the pause in fighting. The Hamas-run health ministry says more than 400 people were killed. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordered the strike, saying Hamas had repeatedly refused to release the remaining 59 hostages. The Israeli government blamed Hamas for breaking down the negotiations to free hostages and warned more strikes could come.
Very clear, Israel will not stop until all of our hostages are back home.
But Hamas is blaming Israel for breaking the original ceasefire agreement from January. All right, switching gears to something a little more local. Get ready to chow down with some good eating in the Hill Country. O'Brien's Restaurant in Brigham's celebrated 21 years this past Valentine's Day. Part of the restaurant used to be a gas station. Simone Simpson got a chance to dig in for this week's Neighborhood Eats.
Feast your eyes on Hill Country Gourmet.
Homemade cookies. We look for the freshest vegetables, the freshest meat. All of our meat comes in fresh, not frozen.
That's a burger.
Now, I like for my steaks and burgers to be prepared well done. Let's see if O'Brien's Restaurant in Bergheim delivers a job well done.
This is the owner, Tim O'Brien.
A little bit of everything. And all the desserts are cooked by my daughter, Tricia. And then my son is our food guru in the kitchen.
They not only work their magic in the kitchen, but in the dining room too.
We are hands-on with our customers. Daughter and I sit up in front in the evening, try to have dinner, and everybody that walks in the door is always waving, or we come up and meet them.
It's time to chow down on some of O'Brien's best sellers. All right, come on Texas Wedge, covered in poblano ranch dressing, pico, bacon, and blue cheese crumble. The restaurant's #1 salad for 21 years. Next, the Prima Kaushi burger on a jalapeno bun and fresh cut fries.
I hope the microphone is picking up the crunchiness. Ooh, as a Houston girl, this sandwich makes me proud to be a Texan.
There you go.
Next, their #1 seller, chicken shrimp artichoke.
Very good stuff. You can taste the freshness, Mr. Tim.
Absolutely.
And gumbo.
Great job.
You can't finish a Southern meal without good old dessert. I tried 3, peach cobbler, chocolate cake, and vanilla gooey.
I love sugar. It just melts.
Reporting from Bergheim and ready for a nap, Simone Simpson, KENS 5.
We are ready to eat here, Simone. All right, the Weekly Wrap is going to be back after this.
The heart of KENS 5 News is our people. People who've earned the trust of our community through years of experience, community connection, and showing up when it matters most. The reporters and anchors at KENS 5 News are the most experienced team in town, consistently delivering the important news you need. They're the people you're familiar with, the people you trust. KENS 5 News, proud to be San Antonio's own.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio's own. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia, generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
I think we're very cute.
Yeah, I think we need to send out a Christmas card like this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Dollar Jill.
If you can't get into the market, it's okay. Renting is fine.
I wonder how Serena is feeling.
That's a really good question. no one's asked me that yet.
You're 70 years old? 70, yeah. I'm 21.
We'll see you 7 o'clock sharp.
Talked to this police officers, and she told me to call Ken 5.
Every week, KENS 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC's working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
it was shocking. Clearly something went wrong.
Or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
Just call KENS. Weekdays at 6, only on KENS 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again. So call KENS 5 to help you if you need help too.
Yeah, I was born and raised here in San Antonio, Texas. Born at Lackland Air Force Base. I grew up on the west side, and I'm a military brat, so I kind of followed my dad around the world. I embrace multiple cultures. We're living here in San Antonio, it's the Hispanic culture. Growing up, it was the Filipino culture. I'm constantly seeking new adventures and love hopping on my bike to find one. Learned from some of the best, Paul Morales and Bill Taylor growing up. Those forecasts kind of inspired me to become a meteorologist. I mean, everything here is home.
Welcome back to The Wrap. Want to get back to our countdown now. At number 3, a federal judge indefinitely blocked President Donald Trump's ban on transgender service members Tuesday. Now, the ban was set to take effect later this month. In a scathing ruling, the U.S. District Judge said the Trump administration cannot enforce the ban because it is not given a legitimate reason for banning all transgender troops. The judge is pausing her preliminary injunction until Friday morning. That's to give the White House time to appeal the decision. At number 2, across the country, millions of people have filled out their brackets, making their predictions about who will win the NCAA basketball tournament. The top seeds on the men's side are Auburn, Duke, Florida, and Houston. But this first round is all about the Cinderella teams, including the 11-seeded Drake Bulldogs. The SEC, which normally dominates college football, set a record with 14 of its 16 teams headed to the big dance. Auburn is overall number 1 seed, and in the women's bracket, the number 1 seeds are UCLA, South Carolina, USC, and Texas. And Viva Fiesta, the party with a purpose, is right around the corner, and that means parades, live music, and enough mariachis and margaritas to keep the party going for 11 days straight. Roxy Van Rooten gives us a preview of all the excitement.
Isn't just a party, it's a San Antonio tradition, a time when the city comes alive with color, culture, and community. And this year, the excitement is bigger than ever.
This year's theme is Fiesta for All in 2025.
One of this year's must-visit events is the King William Fair. What started as a small neighborhood block party is now a 20-block festival packed with food, music, and local art.
We have 5 stages of entertainment. We have about 60 food vendors. We have 200 art and craft vendors who all make their own handcrafted items.
And let's talk about medals. Fiesta goers know the best part is the hunt for the latest designs, and this year's Fiesta is bringing something new.
Fun. This is our medal this year, so by Monarch Trophy. Come out and join us.
With live music and streets packed with Fiesta spirit, San Antonio's mayor is ready to join the party for one last time.
So even when I'm not there in City Hall, I'm going to be a big Fiesta supporter in this city, you can guarantee that.
So dust off your flower crowns, grab your medals, and get ready. Fiesta 2025 kicks off April 24th to May 4th. Viva Fiesta!
Viva Fiesta! Stick with us. We're going to be right back.
What makes KENS 5 News different? We have a team of people, both on air and behind the scenes, who are from San Antonio, who have lived here for decades. A team of journalists who know the neighborhoods, the issues, and the people, bringing San Antonio the news that's most important to this community. Local news from local people. We are San Antonio's own KENS 5.
I think we're very cute.
Yeah, I think we need to send out a Christmas card like this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Dollar Jill.
If you can't get into the market, it's okay. Renting is fine.
I wonder how Serena is feeling.
That's a really good question. No one's asked me that yet.
You're 70 years old? 70, yeah. I'm 21.
We'll see you 7 o'clock sharp.
My name is Sue Kalberg, and I am a journalist for KENS 5 for 22 years. I think it's been an awesome privilege to be able to work in the town that I grew up in. My uncle, Rex Stanley, was the very first guy hired at KENS 5. From the beginning, I said, you can get paid for that? Let me in. It fills my heart to be a part of the KENS family, because the KENS family is the San Antonio family. I am San Antonio's own Sue Kalberg.
Talked to this police officer, and she told me to call KENS 5.
Every week, KENS 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC's working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
It was shocking. Clearly something went wrong.
or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
just call KENS. Weekdays at 6, only on KENS 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again. So call KENS 5 to help you if you need help too.
Born and raised on the northwest side of San Antonio, Texas. Generations of my family have been from this part of Texas. I have Fiesta roots. I have Spurs roots. I have Texas fighter roots. Played basketball at Clark. Basketball was a huge part of my life for 16 years. My comfort dish, a plate of chilaquiles with salsa verde. I grew up watching KENS 5. I am who I am because of this beautiful city. I hope that they can find a sense of pride knowing that their creation is helping deliver them the most important news of the day. I'm Alicia Nieves, and I'm proud to be from this beautiful city.
Welcome back to the Weekly Wrap. In this week's Quick Hits, Meredith Haas has more on bees being stressed out and attacks on salt.
There'll soon be a tax on salt. Well, this is actually happening in the UK. It's a huge conversation. They already have a tax on sugar. Now they're trying to put a levy on salt. It's a recommended regulation to help transform public health in the UK, but also to deliver nationwide environmental benefits. And we can't have a quick hit without talking about some bees. Apparently, some researchers at Penn State are looking at stressors in bee population. Basically, whatever stresses bees out, they want to figure it out so they can help with the declining populations. And then looking at parakeets, researchers are trying to understand why Polly wants a cracker. The reason they're doing this research is to figure out how they could better develop the future treatment of speech disorders. Thanks for watching this week's Quick Hits. I'm Meredith Haas.
Interesting stuff. All right, and at number 1 in our countdown this week, 2 more smugglers convicted in the Quintana Road tragedy. It's the country's deadliest human smuggling attempt, where 53 migrants died in a sweltering tractor trailer. Tuesday, a jury took a little more than 2 hours to find the 2 Mexican men guilty on all charges, including conspiracy to transport illegal aliens, resulting in death. Felipe Orduna Torres and Armando Gonzalez Ortega have been on trial for nearly 2 weeks. They now face up to life in prison. They'll be sentenced on June 27th. In all, 7 people have been convicted in connection to the case here in the U.S. And thanks for joining us for this week's episode of the Weekly Wrap, only on KENS 5 Plus. We're going to see you next week with all your other top headlines. Bye, guys.